Okay, hello everybody. So today I'm going to be making
Chili beans!
Chili beans. That's very Japanese, right? Okay, it's not Japanese at all. But
Yep.
this is my Shuttle chef. I think Thermos makes it. And it's really nice. I don't know if they have this in your country, wherever you're in. It's like the outside is like, I don't know, what do you call this? Like a metal, what do you call this? It's a thermos. It's like a huge thermos. And inside there's a pot. So you just cook in this, and while it's warm, you just stick it in here and put the lid on and then let it cook. But it's not like a slow cooker because you just have to put it in and it's not connected to anything. And this will be the first video on Kana's kitchen, and I'm sorry it's not Japanese at all. But if you don't have this, I heard that you could also substitute it with towels. So like after you cook in this, you can just wrap this whole pot with towels and like put like a rubber band around it, and it will be the same as this. So basically you just want to keep the pot warm. Well, and I do think I'm going to use my stick. I think that's what they call it in the States. I don't know. But anyway, it's a very easy recipe, and I better start. I think they're getting hungry. Okay. Okay, so we are going to start. Okay, so this was what I was calling a stick. I think that's what it's called. I think. What do you call this? We don't know. It's this thing. It's not a food processor. It has blade. It's kind of like a food processor. This is Panasonic. I love this. Everyone needs to buy this if they're cooking for their kids. So you just need to pop this into like 4. Stick it in here. This is actually a big onion. But anyway. Okay, good. So first we're going to cook the onion. I put some olive oil in, and I put the onion in. And this is not a food processor. So like I said, if you don't have this, you can just dice it. Or maybe I didn't say that. Anyway, you can just dice your onion. It's fine. I just use this because it's easier. It's a very strong onion. Holy moly. Okay. And then while that is cooking, do some peppers. Okay, so how I get the seed out, I just push it. But anyway, you just push the middle. Let's see, I just think that's easy. And, oh yeah, with green peppers, if you cut it like I did right now, like if you cut it this way, okay, so that's how it was. If you cut it this way, it has a more bitter taste. Elisa, no. And if you cut it this way, it has a more mild flavor. So depending on what you're cooking, you should change how you cut your green pepper. So how is everybody doing in their country? In Japan, we don't have a strict law, so the government can't really like totally ban us from going out. They can only ask us to, which is good and bad. Oh yeah, and I also want to put 1 clove of garlic in. I'm trying to hurry, my kids are bored. And I usually just scrape them on the sides. Oh, it's actually perfect. Okay. So this thing is so easy. This stick part doesn't get dirty. So you just have to wash the lid and blade. But anyway, so once it looks like that, then we will add the green pepper and the garlic that we chopped up. Ken, you should get this too. It's so easy. This is the thing you need. And we have to put some ground beef in. I think this is like half beef, half pork. It doesn't matter. Okay, be nice. No. Yeah, you have to be nice. Yeah, but you can't touch the leaves. So thank you, Eiley. But you have to tell her nicely. And excuse my very messy table. But you know, whoever that has kids, I think this is probably reality. Here, and then you add the beans in. So it looks like the beef and everything looks pretty cooked, and the beans were already pre-boiled and cooked. So if you're buying raw beans, obviously you have to boil them first, because we're not going to be cooking really that much in here. And you can use any type of beans, and you can also throw in some carrots or whatever. If your kids don't really like to eat it, you can just like put it in here, and the spice really kind of makes it taste better. Or like, you know, they usually eat it, like they wouldn't eat green peppers if I just cut it up, but they will if it's like secretly in here. So that's another good thing about this, like you can chop it up very small. Did you know that the measuring cups are different in Japan and the States? Ken?
No.
So okay, I bought this at Target in the United States. And so in the United States, I think it's 240 milliliters, and in Japan 1 cup is 200, and I didn't realize that until like several years after I started cooking. If there's anyone foreign that is cooking in Japan and you're using a Japanese recipe, if it says 1 cup and if you're using an American measuring cup, it's wrong. For Japanese recipes, 1 cup is 200 milliliters, and I want 400. I think that's actually perfect. So then I add tomato sauce. Then we put salt and pepper in. Salt has a really different flavor depending on what type of salt you get. So I'm really kind of interested in studying salt, but I haven't got there yet. I like this salt, but it's sea salt. It's like bigger chunks, and I like it. Okay. I hope I have enough curry powder. And if you're making this for your kids and you don't want as much spice, you could also go low on spice depending on what you want. But normally curry powder is not like hot. It just gives it a good flavor. So you should probably keep the curry powder in. And Japanese kids love curry. So like the hotness really comes from the chili pepper. So if you have small kids, you could, like, you don't have to put chili pepper in. Now we're gonna put 1 Laurel in. So I am going back to work this April. I was on maternity leave. In Japan, you can take a year off, and then if you can't find a preschool, you can extend it. But of course, because of the coronavirus, I don't know how everything's gonna go. But okay, so I put 2/3 of a teaspoon of chili pepper in. Like I said, if you have young kids, you don't have to put this in. And then we put 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. This is saoto. I have no idea what saoto is in English. I think it's a type of brown sugar, but I feel like it's a lighter color than brown sugar. I think that's about 1.5 tablespoons. Okay, and then basically you just mix it well. Delicious. Wonderful. Okay, so that's it. So it's like basically done, but I put it in the thing. This thing and for this recipe, you only have to have it in here for like 30 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 1.5 hours actually, I think, for the chili beans. So it's still in this pot. It should be ready after 30 minutes. Okay, so it's still steaming hot. This is what it looks like. And you can just eat it like it is, or you can dip it. Just some parsley on top. That is my chili bean recipe.